And welcome to my channel. Today is the Cancer Tarot reading. We're going to start right away with this tarot reading for May 26th until June 1st, but it could go on for a few more days after that. So let's call it 10 days from now. And if you have missed me, I have missed you too. I'm sorry I haven't been here before in a while because I've been absent. Now I'm back and I'm doing regular meetings. So please subscribe if you like what you hear, if it resonates. If it doesn't, please, thank you for coming, and I hope to see you again soon. Let's open the reading with a connection to our higher power. So if you put out your hand so you can feel the energy in your hand, breathe in deeply and say after me, connecting to my higher power now. Do you give me permission to connect to your higher power? If you do, thank you. Connecting to your higher power now. Now you can feel the tingling under your hand. That's actually your connection with your higher power. So I'm not connected directly to you. I'm connected to my higher power, and my higher power is connected to your higher power. So there's nothing that can come in except through your higher power, and that it means you. So it is commanded. Let's do a shielding of this session so that whoever is watching is not influenced by any exterior force that is not supposed to be in this session. So it is commanded in the name of divine love that the golden protector shield of the harmonic universe is activated in your energy field in the best way possible and in line with your higher self now. Taeja and Tadoa. Okay, so as that's going quantum, that's a quantum healing. It will go through your wrist and down your arm, and that will feel when it goes down into your arm, that's going quantum. So the energy shield is being created around you, a golden shield that is repelling from you all discordant thoughts, persons, and places, and only allowing your higher power to give you information today. Okay, if this doesn't resonate, then, thanks for coming, and we'll see you again soon, as I said. So let's go. Cancer, this is your reading. Okay, so we have the God card. This is the best card in the deck that comes out right away for you, Cancer. This is your higher power, your higher self, your protector, your shield. This card will neutralize any other card that comes out. So whatever comes next, know that you are protected. I hope you can hear me well and the sound is clear. Okay, you have very, very good cards here. And these cards are, this is the Oracle de Belin cards that I am drawing right now. It gives us a general theme of this session. This is to say that you're protected by your higher power. And your higher power is bringing you some gift from the heavens. Something that is meant to be for you, that is being given to you, that is completely... and not only is it a gift from the heavens here, on this card it's the grace of God coming down, so you can see the symbol for God, and then the bird coming down, which is traditionally, the dove of peace, or the bird of God, is how messages were sent from the heavens down to earth. And it's figurative and allegorical, so it's not actually going to be a bird. It could be a bird that comes to your window and starts tapping on your window, but in this case it could be perhaps a dream, a thought, a coincidental, synchronistic meeting, and you're going to receive some great luck in a union. And this is a union that you already have. It could be a new union that is coming as well, but I think you already know about this union. And there's something very beneficial, very positive, and very, very protected and meant to be. And a gift of some kind is being given to you and your union. And this union could be a marriage. It could be a loved union, definitely. There are no money cards or corporate cards on this table yet. It looks like in the past you have suffered or you have been blocked. You felt like you were going through ruin. You felt like there was no future. You have lost a lot of things. So you have lost perhaps a job, you have lost money, you have lost a home, you have lost relationships, and you've been despotic. So you've been chained, unable to change it, stagnating, unable to make this a difference in your life. Perhaps you're chained to a job that you can't get out of. You're chained to a situation that you can't get out of. Perhaps you just don't know how to get out of it. However, this was the key to your destiny, right? So you needed to go through this. The fates wanted you, or your higher power wanted you to go through this so that you could get stronger. And I always draw 4 without seeing the cards before I turn them over, because I don't want to influence what the next message is until it's been drawn. So here we go. There's a Tower moment that brings change. So your misfortune, or the perceived misfortune that you feel that you're going through, is going to change. It's going to... Someone has made you a promise somewhere along the way that they would give you a job, they would give you an open door, something would be opening, and this is about to do it. That's going to happen. So you're going to receive something that's meant to be, and this is going to open the door to what was promised to you. So a promise kept is a valid promise. So let's go. You have, okay, death and rebirth process in work as well. You're going to be working with women, it looks like. And your work is going through a process. But in this process, there is a death and rebirth process. So you may, sorry, there's not enough space on the table, so let's move everything away a bit around so that you have more space to see what's going on. Yeah, so this lady, there's a kind of a fatality with the lady, so perhaps you have been working with a woman and she's no longer wanting to work with you. Or there is a brand new beginning with a woman that wanted to work with you and couldn't work with you until now. And it looks like this needs to happen in order for you to move on to the next chapter of your life. And that chapter is going to be, well, a new beginning. There's going to be a lot of talking about a new beginning. A lot of talking. And it looks like this new beginning is it's quite beneficial, because you're going to receive this gift, right? In your marriage or in your life. And it could be a brand new job, a new position. And if you're married, then you need to organize yourself correctly. You have let's say you have children, you're married, you have a life situation, you have been out of work for a while, and you suddenly get an offer, and you need to calibrate, reorganize your life around the children, the marriage, and the responsibilities that you have in order to make things work. So, there's a big elevation, and everyone's going to talk about it with you. You say, "Oh my God, you got this amazing job. Oh my God, what are you going to do? How are you going to do it? Where is it going to go?" People get excited that something great happened. Oh my God, it's like, don't block yourself from receiving the great change in your life, because a good change in your life, because you're fearful of it, or overexcited about it, or anxious about it, or not knowing how it will pan out. So you would rather not look at it because I don't know what to do and how to manage it. I don't know what's going to happen. A lot of, and in my life and around me, I have a lot of people and clients that have come to me and I say, you're gonna win the jackpot. Oh my! And they say to me, I'm gonna win the jackpot. What are you talking about? What am I gonna do with all the money? I don't know what to do. Everyone's gonna find out and come after me. Everyone's gonna want my money. Everything's gonna change, and that is, unfortunately, that's what happens in the world. Everything does change. Yeah, that's the actual only constant in life, is that change occurs. And in this case, I think that that it's manifested here in the anxiety that I foresee. Obviously, there's been a lot of problems, and you have had to deal with those problems. They have been the key to your destiny in order to grow. But and then the problems persist, but you have to change your work. It looks like it's the end of a relationship with a woman or the beginning of one with another. And but there is a gift being given, and this gift is going to cause this tower moment of change. And you know it's going to be like, well, you can't avoid it. You have to go through it, and you're going to be speaking a lot about it. So everyone's going to want to talk about it with you. Everyone wants to know what the changes are going to mean for you and for them. So perhaps you have family, you have children, and you know, but you see here the change is extreme elevation. So you're moving to the next level in life, and I'm talking about physical, right? So it's financial, it's psychological, it's spiritual, and it's emotional, and it's not a question of moving to another level in physical life, because you know, as soon as you're 18, it's downhill physically. So, well, I mean, speak for myself maybe, but you know, I mean, you do get better if you work at it, but it's not. It's a constant work, right? So we're not talking about physical. We're not talking about. We may be talking about material, where you suddenly have much more materially that comes out for your life, and then you have the ability to make choices that you haven't been able to make before, and that brings new concepts. So that, you know, if your new job takes you somewhere else, you have the ability to go there with your family, and suddenly you go, you know, my job is in Japan. We're going to Japan for a year, guys. Let's go, and your schools and the apartments and everything's paid for. Let's go, you know, and so that could happen. And it is like winning the lotto, and it does create a lot of anxiety, and that's okay. It's okay, because you have to go through it, but you don't miss this opportunity. You are actually going to take it, and this is you've been looking for this opportunity for a while, and perhaps you've been working towards it for a very long time. I have friends that have taken 3 years to find the job after losing the last one. You know, myself, I've had that experience. So it's you know, it's difficult out there, and it may take time to find the right opportunity, the right people, the right, you know. But once you find it, you intuitively know this is the right way to go, and then suddenly you go. You know, you take that leap because it's easier. It's an easy change. It's not as hard the change, because you know your foundations were being shaken because you needed to change, and that's hard. The foundations shaking is hard. The new easy changes with the right people is easy. Even though you're afraid, and it's more of a memory of the past. You're remembering the anxiety of the trauma that you've just survived, and you think you're taking that with you in your future, but you're not. Your future doesn't have to be the same reality or the same experience that you've received recently. It could be a completely different reality. It doesn't have to go bad, and it doesn't have to get worse, right? So that's very important to say, because I think a lot of people get anxious about winning the lottery. A lot of people think that their past experience is going to come with them, and sometimes it does. Sometimes they continue to manifest this situation where they are in the same situation. They're generating debt, even if they have millions, and you know, they're unable to make the right choices. They're unable to make the right relationships and to keep those relationships going in the right way, and that makes life difficult for them. So anyway, so there is a contract here. The contract is an inheritance, or a contract of some kind is coming towards you, right? So perhaps it could be someone who leaves you money, but it could also be your you know, what you've been doing for the last 30 years, or what you've been doing for the last 10 years, or you know, the things that you've been trained for. And then, again, the same card. This is a different deck, huh? This is the elevation card. So you're elevating through your heritage, and it's a key to your destiny. And I've actually left one. And it's your key to your destiny, right? So through inheritance, or through your heritage, you are going somewhere else. You're developing something else. You are growing to the next level. And this next level is really the direction that you should be going into. Okay, so we have wisdom, we have work, wisdom, méchanceté. Okay, so you're going to receive some news around your work which isn't great. Perhaps a boss is being mean to you, or you have received news. Sorry, it's the past too. Okay, this is the first of the draw. So it's the past. You have received news that wasn't great, but in your wisdom about your work, and in your wisdom, you kind of go, well, I am going to have to swallow this, this comment, and not respond to it because I don't have time, I have too many problems, or whatever. And then there's a kind of friendly person, a woman is friendly around you, and she's bringing you a luck, or a friend brings you luck and success, and that friend is a woman of some kind. And this could be anything. It could be, it could be a new relationship, it could be a new work contract, but you know what? And so, okay, we have a reverse card, which is the pourparler. The pourparler is a gossip card, right? So you are leaving behind the gossips, and it's reverse. So somebody perhaps has realized that they shouldn't have talking badly about you, and that they made you ruin your there was a home problem, and that they ruined your home, or they ruined your reputation, and they weren't able to, and they've overdone it. They've gone too far, and they didn't mean to. They were just, it looks like, if it's reversed, it's like, so there's a regret here. So and it's not you. Somebody is regretting doing something to you. And it could be a woman. It could also be, it could just be anybody. Let's draw again. Who is it that regrets talking badly about you, or your family, or your situation? Okay, it'll come out. Then take this one out. Okay, so there's, on a man, there's a loss of some kind, and there's an inconsistency around home. So, and this is showing that there was a home that perhaps was lost, and this home was lost due to gossip and due to bad reputation, or someone spreading negative rumors about you, which you didn't need. And then maybe there was a man around you that also lost something, and that has caused him to have inconsistencies and instability. But there is ultimately a stability there, right? Even though there was the winds against him, or forces against him, he's solid, this guy, and he hasn't been able to be pushed over by the winds of fate, so to speak. So that's very, very positive. But it looks like, again, there's an inheritance, there's an elevation, and there's a key to destiny. So let's go a little deeper, because I mean these particular cards do set the theme up. They do like to go over the backstory, and so I get the feeling that what I've been talking to you, even though there is this future that is here, there has been a lot of backstory told today. So let's go forwards and find another way to clarify the future for Cancer and what will happen. And we understand that there's been a lot of problems and a lot of negative forces against you. People have not been great, are not. Okay, the Emperor is coming out. So someone very powerful, very established, and very, very strong has come forward. Again, the Nine of Cups. I say again because I saw it in a previous reading. And the Ten of Pentacles. So there's, in your work, it's been up and down. It hasn't been great, but then it gets better. And then there's a great financial abundance being manifested through an emperor. And this emperor is, well, he's the guy. There, okay. This is going to work better. Okay, let's cross. Let's go. The Celtic cross, the future, the past, the past, the present, the future, and the possible outcome. The you in the present future, you against you in the present future, for you in the present future, and the outcome. So the Page of Swords. Okay, so there's a choice. The Eight of Wands, page, so that's 2 pages of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the 8 of Pentacles, and we have the 8 of Wands and the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so that you are looking for a new beginning. That's you. In the past, you have had lack and uncertainty, and you have felt abandoned, you have felt even downtrodden, and dare I say it, left out in the cold to die. I mean, literally left out in the cold. I laugh because it's happened to me, right? And someone just said, no, get out. And they shut the door and you're left in the cold and you're kind of going, you know, and of course the fear overcomes you and you feel like it's the end of the world and everything is going to stop and I have nobody and nothing to go for. And it's very, very sad. And I agree. But I laugh because it's only momentary and this too shall pass. This has passed. This has happened. What's next is a new beginning. The Ace of Wands is a brand new beginning. It's a new contract. It's a new job. It's a new beginning. It's a new love affair. It's new, right? And it's the very first suit, the first card of the Minor Tarot. So it's very, very fresh. And, you know, in the Eight of Pentacles, you've been working like crazy in order to stabilize your financial abundance. But it looks like to me, you've been working on your own. And here, the possible future is you join a company. You join, the Hierophant is the, you know, it's the Pope, right? So I'm not saying you're joining the Catholic Church. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you're joining a huge organization, an organization that spans the world, an organization that cannot be shaken easily by people. It's an organization that is wanted, that is needed, that is established, that is huge, that is powerful, and it's through this emperor, right? So there's an emperor. And remember that even the emperors of olden days had to answer to the Pope, right? I mean, it wasn't always the case, but it did happen historically. And so what happens here is that you are given a job, you receive a job, or you get into a job, or you enter an organization of some kind, and you are given a responsibility, a Page of Pentacles responsibility. So a new financial abundance card begins. And this indicates the Eight of Wands. Now, the Eight of Wands is actually a very positive card. It's positive because it shows that, well, you're not in conflict. There isn't any conflict. There's a lot of work to do, but there isn't any conflict. And it's very stable. It provides you with great stability, and you know, it is what it is, so to speak. So there's a Two of Cups, so a choice that has to be made, a union, a unification of some kind. The Caduceus and the Lion could mean that you're in healthcare, and that you are in, you know, aviation, healthcare, medicine, pharmacy. It could be the health and wellness profession, lifestyle brands. It could be that. It could be your headhunter as well. You know, it could be any of those things. And it's driving you towards becoming the Page of Swords. So someone who actually takes action and drives forward businesses, right? So drives forward. And the Strength card is coming out there, which is great because it means that you're getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And perhaps you haven't been able to, and boom, the King of Pentacles is what you become. So whether you're a man or a woman, you are becoming the King of Pentacles, and you know, through this Strength card. And so a huge financial kind of, if we're looking at this, you know, it's a kind of progression. You're progressing upwards towards a pinnacle of success. That's what the King of Pentacles means. You're going towards the pinnacle of success. So you're focused on you and your direction. Focus on your pinnacle of success. What is that? What does that look like for you? What organization can you join to become the best you've ever become, the best you can be in that organization? And there has been problems, the Five of Pentacles, but that's behind you. That's the past. And I don't see any further problems afterwards. You do take up the sword. You're definitely armed in terms of protection, defense. You're defending yourself, but no, this is going smoothly from now on. So after the Saturn entered Aries on the 25th, which was yesterday, now there is, there's smooth sailing for the foreseeable future for at least 10 days. Maybe more. The whole month of June is going to look pretty smooth sailing for you, Cancer. So it's very positive. I'm very happy. If you look at the financial aspects here, you come from lack, you work super hard, you get a job offer from some very powerful people, and you're given a financial responsibility. It could be managing a team, it could be managing an asset of someone, it could be many things, right? But that's a financial responsibility. And this stabilizes your situation completely. It gives you great stability to move forward. On the upper decks, it shows a manifestation of the Ten of Pentacles, and you keep going. You make choices to join this organization. You become permanent. Let's say you become a permanent employee, from a trial employee to a permanent employee. You make that choice to join them, and you become even more responsible and strong, and that leads you to the ultimate success, to the ultimate pentacles, the pinnacle of success in pentacles. That's a mouthful. So that's a fantastic reading. I'm very glad, because it has looked like you have gone through quite a lot. And if your higher power is giving you any message whatsoever, that message would be, the end of a nightmare. It's the end of a nightmare, right? That's what it means. This is the Nine of Swords. It's the end of strife and the end of nightmares. It's the beginning of freedom, the waking up from the nightmare. This is what it is, right? So this is a great card to finish on. I'm very humbled and grateful that you've been able to join me. I hope I've made some difference in your life by giving you these messages. I'd like to close out the session by asking your higher self to close this session in the best way possible for you, with a continuing golden protection code around you as you go forth, and that nothing can penetrate, no discordant thoughts, persons, or places will come to bother you in the future. It is commanded that this occur in line with your higher self now. Taeja and Tadoa. Aham Brahmasmi El Hijater Om Kriya Babajinama Om I am this I am. I am. Thank you from my Christos Avatar self to your Christos Avatar self, and I hope to see you again very soon in the next 10 days. Bye bye.